We are in the season of love, so today I wanted to do a video about love mindset for you guys. And I know at this time of year, it's almost Valentine's Day, and there are a lot of people out there stressing about the fact that they are single right now. And I really hope that this video today will help to give you your power back and to help you shift your attitude about being single and about the idea of love in general. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, then be sure to keep watching. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jen. I am a certified life coach and a spiritual business mentor. And you have found my YouTube channel where I bring you 2 new videos every week, all about the art of combining mindset and manifestation together so that you can live your best life. And if that sounds like something that you are interested in, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and hit the notification button if you want to take it to the next level and be notified every time a video goes live. So most of the work that I do as a life coach is all about mindset. It is all about changing the way we think about the world so that the world around us changes. It's kind of this crazy inner magic that we all have access to. And I'm really always so excited to share this stuff with you. But I also know that there are people out there who still really don't believe that they can do this, or they still really don't understand just how much you can apply mindset work to your life. So because this is Valentine's week, and because I know love is in the air, and maybe not love, maybe feeling a very big lack of love is in the air, I wanted to make a video today to help to shift you guys back into a love mindset, okay? So what might be happening right now and what I can see happening in the media, it's not such a big thing here in Europe, but I remember in North America, that feeling of like Valentine's Day being kind of shoved down your throat. And it's like, even if you didn't want to pay attention to it, it was kind of everywhere you looked. So I get that this feeling, like if you feel like you're surrounded by this and reminded of couples and reminded of people on dates and reminded of all this stuff, and you aren't in a relationship or you don't have a date or you don't have a boyfriend right now, you might be feeling pretty not great about the situation, right? It might maybe even make you feel like there's something wrong with you, like you're going to be lonely forever, etc., 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 right? And that kind of mindset right there, that really big feeling of lack around something, that is one of the biggest things you need to get beyond in order to start attracting in the kind of love that you want. And it really is all about mindset, right? And I know that when this comes up in real life, people are like, well, you know, this is just the way it is. I'm just reporting the facts. Like, I'm single, the men I know suck, blah, 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 whatever the reasons are. But I just really want to challenge you guys and remind you that you can choose abundance in every area of your life, whether that's in money, whether that's in love, whether that's in anything. So I would really suggest for you, if you're feeling scarcity, if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling lack, that you take this video today and take the 3 things I'm going to talk about and really apply them to your life and see how they make you feel. Okay, so with that all being said, let's dive in and talk about the first thing you need to create a love mindset as opposed to a scarcity mindset around love. The first thing you need to do, and this is just happiness 101, this is manifesting 101, this is personal development 101, you need to learn how to accept yourself the way you are. And that sounds so simple sometimes. Like when I talk about this stuff, like people almost roll their eyes. When I talk about the concept of self-love, it's like, well, duh, of course, like I already love myself. But I really want to challenge you to think about that and to really think about how you are showing up for yourself in your life, especially when it comes to your self-talk and the way you treat yourself. So most of us aren't really aware that we have a relationship with ourselves, and the way we actually treat ourselves is pretty terrible. Most of us have this really overbearing, really mean side of ourselves that calls us names, and if we don't do something right, it will punish us, it will continue to call us names. It's like the worst friend you've ever had. And that whole symptom, that inner mean guy, inner mean girl that you might have there, is not something that I don't think we can completely get away from, because it's part of our ego, and our ego is here to protect us. So it's never really going to go 100% away, but you can stop buying into the story. You can stop buying into all the crazy things it's telling you, and you can choose to love and accept yourself just the way you are, in your single state, in your dating state, in whatever state you are in. No matter what your life looks like right now, no matter what your bank account looks like right now, you can choose to love yourself. So before I go on with this, like, I know one of the pieces of advice you always hear when you want to manifest love is to love yourself first. And yes, that is really important. But I'm just going to put this out there that it is completely possible for you to attract in a relationship when you don't love yourself. But those relationships are not the keepers, right? Like, when we are not coming from a whole place, when we're not coming from a self-love and self-acceptance place, we are probably going into relationships for the wrong reasons, or we are probably settling for people that aren't good for us. So I really don't believe in being in a relationship unless it is actually beneficial to you. And that might sound like a crazy thing to say, but trust me, there are a lot of people running around in this world in relationships that aren't good for them. And I just want to make a distinction here, a clear distinction for you guys to understand the difference between just a relationship for the sake of being in a relationship and being in a great relationship. So you need the self-love and you need the self-acceptance, and you need to stop hating on yourself so much to find the second kind, the good kind, right? So I would really recommend, if you are in a state of singleness, or even if you're not, even if you're in a relationship, this is an area we can all use work on. And the more work you put into it, the more rewards you will reap in every single area of your life. So that is why I'm reminding you guys, accepting yourself, loving yourself is step number one. Step number two in the love mindset is kind of what we just talked on about the next level. So this is all about accepting other people. And maybe that sounds a little weird. Maybe that sounds a little strange. Like, why do you need to do that? But many of us actually have a really messed up relationship with love and with how we get into relationships. And that means a lot of us show up for relationships wanting to fix somebody, or wanting to help somebody, or wanting to change somebody. And so most of the people that I think are watching this video are probably single, but even if you're not, this is good advice for everybody. But one of the really important things to remember, even though you are a powerful, magical creature on this planet Earth, is that we can't change anyone. So when you get into a relationship and you are trying to change somebody, that person is ultimately going to feel that, and it's going to feel like a rejection of who they are on some level. So you're kind of setting yourself up for trouble down the line. The second part of this problem is that when you're trying to change somebody, or when you're getting into a relationship hoping someone is going to change, you are already blocking yourself from being able to unconditionally love them, because you're putting a very big condition on your love experience, right? So none of us want to be controlled or manipulated or have someone change who we are fundamentally. I mean, of course, there's sometimes in life when we want help from people, but wanting to change people is a very different thing. So this is kind of a weird thing to put it in a love mindset thing, but it really will free you from so much, right? Because I do see people kind of knocking themselves out, trying to help people, trying to change people, because in their mind, that person needs to change in order for them to fall in love and them to be happy. And this just doesn't work. This is a messy scenario for you, because you're going to be continually disappointed because this person isn't changing, and it's going to be disappointing and feel controlling from this other person, right? Because that person will never feel accepted by you and will never feel loved by you. If, again, you want the kind of abundant, beautiful, loving relationship that we should all have, then we need to drop this attachment to change. We need to drop this attachment to this idea that we need to fix people. We need to accept people as they are in this current moment. Stop thinking about their potential, stop thinking about what they could be doing, and you gotta just take them at their word. And this is a 100% freeing thing, right? Because actually it allows us to save so much energy and so much time when we're not trying so hard to control other people. Like, this is a huge, huge problem. And I know men do it, women do it, we all do it. So really think about that. And this is kind of pre-work that you can take into your next relationship, or if you're in that state right now, this is something that you can become aware of and start working on to make your relationship better. So that is the second part of the love mindset. And remember, we all really deserve unconditional love at the end of the day. So remember that. The third part of the love mindset that you can start working on right now, even when you're single AF, is to start setting boundaries. So again, when it comes to love, especially for women, I think we all tend to be people pleasers, and we all tend to have this romantic idea of, you know, putting ourselves out there and putting in time and sacrificing and doing this and doing that. And really what ends up happening most of the time, if you're that kind of person, if you're this kind of giving person, at a certain point in time, you realize that you've given too much, and then you start to resent this person, even though this person didn't make you do anything. You did everything yourself. I can speak about this because this has 100% been me in romantic relationships and even in friendships. So I know what I'm talking about here. But it's really important to get clear on your boundaries. It's really important to understand what a healthy relationship looks like, and to get away again from this idea of having to fix people, from having to save people, from having to be the knight in shining armor, from having to be the mother, from having to be all these caretaker figures, right? So a beautiful romantic relationship is about two whole people coming together and having a partnership. It isn't about somebody saving someone else's ass. It isn't about someone else coming and wiping all your problems away, and it definitely isn't about you doing that for someone else. So I really need you guys to really do this kind of boundary work even before you get into a relationship. If you start to understand what is healthy, if you can look around at other relationships and understand what is a good boundary, then you're going to be able to apply that to your own life. And that means when your relationship actually shows up, you are going to be able to stick by your boundaries. And when you can stick by your boundaries, you are going to keep yourself happier. And when you keep yourself happier, you are going to have a better chance of being in a happy relationship for longer, because the whole process of being in a relationship isn't draining the life out of you, right? So all of these things I'm giving you today are really all about protecting you and protecting your energy, and basically allowing you to show up as your best self in a relationship, but also allowing someone to support you and allowing yourself to not, you know, be the one doing all the work, running the show, setting all the dates, doing all the communication. Like, a one-sided relationship is not the one, you guys. We've got to go for a partnership here. And when you do this work, this mindset work on yourself, it's really healing anyway without the partnership. But when the partner does show up, you are going to be so much more fulfilled and so much happier and so much healthier. And that means your relationship will be all those things as well. So if you're feeling single and you're feeling sorry for yourself on this Valentine's Day, watch this video, take these things to heart, start working on your love mindset. And when your love mindset shifts, like, you will become more magnetic, you will become more attractive, you will become more of the thing that people want. So it's really all up to you, as manifesting is all the time. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching it today. If you liked it, please give it a like. If you have a friend that could use this message, pass this along to them. And if you want to learn more about me, you can come on over to my site and sign up for my free How to Feel Better course. I will send that out to you right away. It's an amazing little freebie class I made for you guys to help you shift your mindset and to start feeling better now. So please come over and sign up for that right away. If you want to watch more from me, you can hit my latest upload here. And if you want to hang out with me more, hit the subscribe button right here. Other than that, I'll be back in the next one. So until then, I'm wishing you a loving week. And as always, just remember, get ready for the miracle. See you guys.